minor issues, he says. Minor issues. I mean, I'm not from here. Am I allowed to help? You think I'm sus? Is that what you're asking? What Oh, I see. The general told you to get us to help. Of course he did.
Oh, so you are. And these would be Miss March 7th and Mr. Yang, I presume.
Correct.
That's right. I'm the first one. He's the second. We're here to help.
March, try not to sound too excited. We're here for work, remember?
But Welch...
Oh, you're the one getting excited. My first detective case. Finally, my intelligence and wisdom have a chance to shine.
Miss March, Mr. Yang, I've been looking forward to meeting you. Make yourselves comfortable. One moment, please. Jingyan! Give me the photos!
Coming. Stop yelling.
Listen, her desk is like 2 feet away. You didn't have to yell.
Thanks for waiting. These are the Outworld travelers who were sighted in the location specified by the General and the Master Diviner. This was 2 days before the Ambrosial Arbor came back to life.
We'd like you to take a look. Do you recognize any of them as a threat?
Let me take a look. So these are the suspects. Uh-huh. I see.
So Welch is not happy.
What's wrong, Mr. Yang? See anything fishy?
Oh, it's the auto flashbacks. Aw, Welch. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay.
Who's he? I'd like to see more information on him.
Which one? Let me see.
Let's kick some butt so we can go back to bed. What's wrong, Welch?
I thought we talked about copying people.
Oh, come on. I can also be concerned.
I don't have any concrete evidence, but I think he's worth checking out.
Oh, him? I remember him. He's a traveling merchant. He trades throughout the universe. Knows a thing or two about remedial arts, too. He registered himself on the Xianzhou as... what was it again?
Luocha. His name is Luocha.
That's right, Luocha. He came to the Xianzhou with a huge box this time. Some sort of funerary contraption. It had a funny name. Something to do with coughing. It was pretty conspicuous. I had to ask him about it.
You know, something about coughing? You mean a coffin.
A coffin. It's a tool that certain non-Shenzhou travelers seem to use in death rites. I'm guessing our guests here might recognize it.
Yes, I do, in fact, know what a coffin is. Thank you.
Huh. I swear he said coughing. Anyway, we checked him out. His record on the Xianzhou is squeaky clean. As for this caffeine thing...
Coffin.
Coffin.
Yeah. Either way, it definitely had something to do with funerals. There are lots of travelers on the Luofu, each with their own star system and death rites. I guess that must be Luocha's line of work. Is there something up with him?
He's just got that kind of face, you know?
Not necessarily, but I have my reasons for wanting to investigate. What was he doing in the days leading up to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection?
That's complicated. Come with me to the Foursquare Mirror. It'll be easier to explain. Exalting Sanctum is one of the Luocha's crucial central cities. The higher-ups are very concerned about security issues here. That's why there are so many Psycranes stationed in the area. Luocha arrived on the Luocha a few days prior to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection. Up until the day before the resurrection, there was nothing suspicious about his behavior.
Oh, I figured it out! The day before the resurrection, he appeared near the Ambrosial Arbor with a Stellaron.
If it was that easy, March.
Oh yeah, I guess. You're pretty smart. Sometimes.
You lot are enthusiastic, I'll give you that. The reason I mentioned the day before the resurrection is because we have no idea what he did that day. The resurrection brought about unusual yin-yang phenomena that caused the entire Psycrane system to malfunction. The image data from the day of the incident is beyond restoration, and the data from that day before was badly affected. We will, in due course, but we can't be too general. Specific questions are key. Not to mention, without a clear suspicion, it would involve multiple interrogations.
True, and that would be incredibly suspicious.
So, if you feel this Luocha is suspicious in some way, make it known. Then I can arrange for his detention and interrogation.
Listen, we can't arrest a man just because he has the same face as someone I used to know, okay?
How should I put this? He just looks kind of...
He's giving me bad vibes.
Mr. Yang, you were going off of his appearance this whole time? I thought you had some super secret thing up your sleeve. Didn't your mom ever tell you not to judge a book by its...
By his cover. I'm gonna steal your sentence. I don't know.
Exactly! Huh? Well, wait, that's not the point?
Ha, threw you off your game, March.
Sorry. What I mean is... It's difficult to explain, but my instinct tells me this Luocha is involved somehow. Apologies. I realize this is personal speculation.
That's all right. Instinct is an important part of any Realm Keeping Commission investigation. There are times when my gut tells me something's not right, and there's usually a reason for it. I'm with you on this one. Be that as it may, as an official, I can't go bringing someone in based on a villainous appearance.
Because if a complaint led to his dismissal, it would leave a blemish on his resume, making it difficult for him to advance his career for the next few centuries.
No! What are you talking about? Anyway, if you want to investigate, I can grant you access to the Foursquare Mirror. Jingyan, you'll be assisting our esteemed guests in their investigation.
Isn't it inappropriate for an officer of the Realm Keeping Commission to assist the public in investigating someone?
Isn't it inappropriate for the Realm Keeping Commission to ask the public to investigate for them?
Not at all. Make sure you don't leave the commission. Just help them check the Psycrane footage. Keep me updated on progress. If you find hard evidence, I'll be there in a flash. One thing, though. Don't approach him. If you make a discovery, contact me first.
We're thankful that you're entrusting this to us. We'll keep it by the book.
Don't worry. The Express crew keeps its promises. We won't disappoint you.
Jingyan, over to you. I need to get going.
Understood. This might take you some time. Come and find me when you're ready. Hoo-wee!
new to the Xianzhou, but we're already investigating the mysterious disappearance of Luocha.
He hasn't disappeared, March.
Yup. I always dreamed of a head-scratcher like this. A chance to showcase my detective genius. I've been familiarizing myself with the Angler mystery lately. I think it's safe to say I have the best investigative mind on the Express at this point.
You have good taste, Miss March. The Angler Mystery is a classic detective novel on the Xianzhou. I read it when I was young and dreamed about working in the commission ever since. I didn't think it would be attracting new readers over 200 years later.
A fellow reader! But Miss Qingyan, the author, Su Feng, was the lead medical assistant in an apothecary, and the main character, the Angler, is a healer. Why didn't you want to join the Alchemy Commission instead?
A number of reasons. This job may be trivial, but I have my reasons for being here. Plus, the threshold for the Alchemy Commission was too difficult for me to reach.
Yeah, medicine's a hard field to get into, okay, March?
Oh, I see. But your lives are so long. Shouldn't career change be easy?
I considered it once. That was a long time ago. The longer I stay in this job, the more I understand its purpose. Fighting crime, helping the weak, solving the problems no one wants to touch. It's a satisfying feeling.
Wow! Good for you, Miss Qingyan.
Sounds like you really care. I owe you two an apology. My speculations have gotten us into a delicate situation. I'll treat you to some Xianzhou delicacies later.
Well, I mean, if you're buying us food. With March here, it's always a delicate situation. Damn. Nah. We're family. We help each other out.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
I did want to say something, though. I don't think Mr. Yang is the kind of person to make a judgment based only on instinct.
It's not something I need to conceal from you.
It's just kind of complicated.
As you know, there are infinite worlds in this universe that can be similar, yet different from each other in various ways. The same is true of the people on those worlds. That's why it's possible for us to run into individuals on multiple worlds who share an appearance, but not a personality. For all we know, in some faraway world, March's adorable face might belong to an intergalactic pirate.
I knew she was suspicious.
However, in most cases, their fates will walk a similar course. I've seen two people who looked almost identical to this Luocha. They were not of the virtuous persuasion. That's why the moment I laid eyes on him, a chill ran down my spine. March is right. We shouldn't judge a book by its cover. But I can't overlook this. I don't want to force you into trusting my judgment, but...
What are you talking about? Of course we trust your judgment, Mr. Yang. Right?
Yeah, we always trust our own. And we believe in you.
Of course! Crew members are always right!
I'm glad you believe in me, truly. But the problem remains. Will the Realm Keeping Commission trust a judgment based on this logic?
That's why we're investigating first and not arresting him.
From a Xianzhou legal standpoint, the Realm Keeping Commission is unable to accept a judgment like this.
Yeah, I guess you were listening to that whole conversation.
It's not that we distrust you, Mr. Yang, but we cannot act on groundless accusations. I hope you understand.
Of course. We raised the accusation. We will carry the burden of proof.
I can bring up the data anytime from here. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, follow me. As official Dahao mentioned, the arbor caused unusual yin-yang phenomena, which affected the entire Cycrane system. We lost a lot of video footage, and for the image data we recovered, the timestamps are all jumbled up. Look, this is Mr. Luocha on the day prior to the resurrection.
So we have to clean up and reorder the footage ourselves?
Exactly. Thank you again for your help.
This is your forte. Over to you.
I feel like it's more of Dan Heng's forte. Yeah, says who?
That's right. And you're the sidekick.
And the sidekick has to do all of the collecting stuff, does he? He's going around without his coffin. There's his coffin.
What do you think? Any idea what the correct order is?
Nope. Depends on whether we're...
Let me see if this order works. Luocha exits the star skiff, enters Exalting Sanctum, goes into an inn, and puts down his luggage, including the coffin. Then he goes to Spare Time Bookshop, but doesn't buy anything. Finally, he leaves and turns a corner into a dark alley.
The logic in this is sound. Looks like the correct order. Nice work.
Thank you. I guessed partially at random.
Nice work indeed. You're sidekick to a genius detective after all. Where does this corner lead to?
I checked the map and found a gate in this open area. Look, there's a small dock on the other side. He may have left on a star skiff.
Why would he leave Exalting Sanctum via a secluded dock? That's so suspicious.
I don't think Mr. Luocha could have departed from there. The dock you're referring to is Yunsho Crag 999. It belongs to the seat of divine foresight. It's only used during invasions. That's why that gate is almost always locked. As far as I know, it's been locked for centuries, and only gets opened for occasional inspections.
The key question is, when did he leave? There's only one gate in this area, at least on the map. Miss Jingyan, does the remaining footage show anyone else entering or leaving this place?
I can find out, but you'll have to wait a while. Most of the footage was lost, but at least there was a whole day of recording. There's a lot that needs checking and confirming first.
Understandable, understandable. That's a lot of footage.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you for your hard work.
Thanks so much. We'll be waiting. Patiently.
That didn't sound patient.
Your assistance in this matter is what requires gratitude. I'll get you what you need as soon as possible. Thanks for waiting. I checked all of the footage we have of the open area. I say all. A lot of it was lost.
Are the corrupted parts recoverable? Can we use the same methods again?
For some of them, maybe. But I can't guarantee anything. I'll do my best, of course. It'll take more time. I can't hand them over just now.
Thank you. Did you find anything in the remaining footage worth paying attention to?
Only that someone left the area through that exit around 2 hours after Luocha's appearance here. Luocha's nowhere to be seen, though.
Okay, but like these two shady-ass figures up in the corner are like totally stalking this kid.
Huh? Isn't this a scene from the Angler mystery? The Angler mystery! The novel! There's a scene that's identical to this footage!
Now that you mention it...
I'm not sure I follow.
The Angler's origin story, of course! He's a healer from the Alchemy Commission who gets on the wrong side of a mysterious organization called the Tea Society. 2 agents in dark clothing wait for him to be alone and then poison him. The drug has the same de-aging effect as the Vidyadhara's hatching rebirth. The Angler gets younger and turns back into a child. From there on out, the Angler pursues the Tea Society while solving all kinds of strange cases.
Yeah, what's up with this tea society, huh?
Their tea must be stronger than Himiko's coffee.
Must be pretty deadly tea.
The Tea Society is just a code name. Did you think they'd call themselves the Evil Society? They have to have a nice sounding name to conceal themselves.
Of course, I'm sorry, continue.
So, March, what you mean is, the 2 people in dark clothing are Tea Society agents, and the child is a de-aged Luocha?
What if a crazy Angler mystery fan decided to commit a copycat crime? Luocha gets turned into a child, then follows a mysterious duo in black. The plot thickens. This could be a kidnapping!
I don't think that Luocha is that incapable.
The child in the footage has black hair. Luocha's hair is blonde.
Adult Luocha might look blonde, but maybe he's just going gray. Oh, I'm not gonna do him like that.
Maybe he dyed his hair.
Hold your horses, everyone. I recognize this child now. That's Yinshu, the young shopkeeper at Spare Time Bookshop.
Too bad, March. No de-aging, no angler.
No baby Luocha. Remember, Julian?
No, this is completely different.
The Psycranes weren't able to get a clear look at the 2 people in dark clothing. Let's ask Inshu. Maybe she saw something.
I'll keep trying to recover the lost footage. I'll contact you if there's a breakthrough.
All right, let's go. Time to interview the witness. I don't see the shopkeeper. Let's look for her in the area.
Business hours aren't over yet. She should be nearby. You 2 go ahead. I'll wait here in case she comes back.
Okay, let's go.
You 2 go ahead. I'll wait here. The Xianzhou has some interesting literature. I'd like to get better acquainted.
We'll be back soon. Don't get too comfortable.
Hey March, did you know there was a sequel?
A new edition after so many years? Looks like I made the right choice coming to the Luofu. As soon as we've cracked this case, I'm getting myself a copy. Su Fong is the greatest. Looks like Yinshu isn't here after all. Where could she be? Huh? A supernatural tales anthology? Sounds like a good bedtime read. Might stop me daring to run to the bathroom at night, though.
Wait, so you're still reading traditional literature? Move on already! Web novels are the way forward.
Okay, who is this random person in the background being like, yes, web novels are the future?
So she asked someone to look after the shop for her. But where are they? Looks like they must have left too. Hey, mister! Are you manning the counter for the young shopkeeper of Spare Time Bookshop?
Huh? Young shopkeeper? You mean Young Shu? Yeah, I am. Something wrong?
Do you know where she went? Or why?
Can you please tell us where she is?
Why should I?
Because we're asking nicely. What's with the attitude?
I can tell you. If you pay me 500 strails.
I do not have that kind of money, sir.
Pay you? What is this? You want paying for a simple favor?
Come on. No one ever tell you that information and intelligence are the most valuable commodities?
This guy doesn't seem like the negotiable type. What should we do?
Yeah, I don't have that kind of money. But, listen. What if I wave my baseball bat around a little?
Oh, you dare threaten me? Do you know who I am?
Someone who's kind of obnoxious, to be honest.
The question is, do you know who we are?
We're from the Tea Society. I feel like we shouldn't tell people we're from the Express if we're going around beating up civilians, but...
The Express crew. Never heard of you. I mean, they couldn't be higher-ups from one of the other Xianzhou ships, could they?
That's right, we are. How dare you?
Dang it. Am I in trouble? Ugh, better to live and find another day. Ugh, forget it. I'm not stooping to your level. Inchu said she had a voucher for a food stall over in Exalting Sanctum. She wanted to use it before it expired. You know, she's not been gone long. Probably finishing up her food right now.
Was that so hard?
About time you saw the light. Come on, let's go. Are you Yinshu, the shopkeeper at Spare Time Bookshop? There's something we want to talk to you about.
Yeah, that's me. Can I help you?
You're heading back to the store, right? Let's walk and talk. I'll tell you all about it on the way.
Oh, okay. Let's go. That footage, I remember that day. After I closed up the store, I walked around for a while. I was looking for a place to read. I found that empty area. It seemed like a good reading spot at first, but then I noticed two people dressed in dark clothing, and a blonde outworlder hanging around. Something didn't feel right. So I left. Those two people left the same way I did.
So you just happened to be going the same way. Did you see what the Outworlder was doing?
Sorry. I was only trying to find a place to read. I didn't pay much attention to him. Or the two in dark clothing. All I remember is the two people in dark clothing... they smell pretty bad. I guess that's not much of a clue. Sorry I can't give you any useful information.
On the contrary, any information you can give is valuable. Thank you very much. Still, according to the Psycrane recordings, Luocha's final stop before heading towards the open area was your store.
My store? Spare Time Bookshop? You're sure he came to... Oh, that's right. I remember now, he did pay a visit. Oh, how could I forget? He came in, looked at a few titles, and then handed one to me. An old paperback.
Everything seemed normal, but after paying for it, he immediately tore off the title page. I was shocked, but he was grinning ear to ear, so I didn't dare ask him about it. After that, he just left the book on the counter and went on his way. I can't believe I'd forget something like that. I guess the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection the day after pushed everything else to the back of my mind.
So, what was the book?
The Angler Mystery. I was wondering what to do about it. I can't sell a book without a title page. But since you asked about it, here, you can have it.
And I mean, Luocha did already pay for it, so you're not losing any money.
Mr. Yang's instinct was right all along. Luocha is a villain. How can he do this? Tearing up a book as well written as the Angler Mystery. Unacceptable.
Arrest him for book crimes.
If I knew the answer to that, wouldn't that make me as evil as him?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We're forgetting that the Realm Keeping Commission was initially investigating whether someone brought a dangerous object onto the Luofu. Dahao and the others are probably not aware of what that dangerous object might be, but we know for a fact that it's the Stellaron. I think that by removing the page, Luocha may have provided us with a key piece of the puzzle.
I don't understand. What does tearing out a page have to do with the Stellaron? Are you following Mr. Yang?
Wait, so you're still reading traditional
I mean,
literature?
not really.
Move on already.
That's all right. This is a bit of a conjectural leap. What I'm trying to say is, I think Luocha may have friends on the Luofu, and they're using the title page to communicate.
I mean, if he wanted to hide his tracks a little better, it would have been best if he just took the whole book with him.
That makes him even worse! How dare he use a book that praises justice for his evil plans?
I'm afraid evil plans are still within the realm of speculation at this stage. We have no way of knowing exactly what he did because the Psycrane data was lost.
So, is this a dead end?
Good, good. We kind of hit a roadblock out here.
Ah, that's more like it. New clues always turn up in the nick of time.
Where did Yunshin get to? I asked him to watch the shop while I used my voucher. He's often hanging around here. Always seemed nice enough. Not trustworthy after all.
Sorry, he probably left because of us, but he wouldn't have had to feel like he was in trouble if he wasn't being mean in the first place, so...
That crook wanted to cheat us out of 500 strails.
What? You didn't give him the money, did you?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Couldn't have even if I wanted to.
Of course not. We scared him off.
You two are incredible. I'll have a word with him later. Asking him to help was my mistake. I apologize.
It's okay. You didn't know he was like that.
That's right. Making mistakes is part of growing up.
Here, a little something for the inconvenience. It's yummy. It'd be best if Mr. Cien didn't find out about this. He doesn't show up here very often, but he's the manager here. I'd be in big trouble if he finds out what happened.
Don't worry, we can keep a secret. Just make sure it doesn't happen again.
So, we now know what time Luocha left the open area.
Nice! You found footage of him leaving?
Yes, according to the Psycrane recordings, he left the area 2 hours after he entered.
That's a pretty long gap.
Strange. Why spend 2 hours in such a confined area? He must have been up to something.
afternoon nap?
Maybe he spent all his money on Star Taro bubble tea and couldn't afford a hotel room.
Oddly specific, March.
Yeah, March. Speaking from personal experience, are we?
It's a shame no side cranes are installed in that area. We still have no idea what he was up to. This Luocha is getting more suspicious by the minute. Psst. I know Mr. Yang never wears his heart on his sleeve, but do you get the feeling he's a little restless?
He's definitely something.
Remember, we're talking about different worlds here. However, I can't deny I'm a little worried that what happened to my home world could befall this place too.
How does he always hear us?
Oh, you're not exactly great at whispering.
Well, I'm afraid I have some other business to attend to. Let me know if you need anything. You know how to reach me.
Thanks for the help, Miss Qingyan.
So, what did Luocha get up to during those missing 2 hours?
I think it's high time Detective March took the gloves off.
Oh? And what do you have in mind, Detective? Fieldwork?
That won't be necessary, Mr. Yang. As the angler once said, a true detective operates as effectively from their armchair as from the scene of the crime.
Or to put it another way, I'm too lazy to explore the map.
I'll quote the angler again. The field officer is a diligent specimen, yet they lack the detective's instinct to deduce facts from evidence.
Well, seeing as you're so confident, let's give your idea a try.
And then we can go and investigate.
Yay! Mr. Yang is the best! Ready? I'm gonna start my reconstruction.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Explaining a theory in front of everyone is more nerve-wracking than I expected.
But you're the one who wanted to do it without looking for any more evidence, so the floor is yours.
Right. I'll be using the angler's deductive method. Reconstruct what happened from the bad guy's perspective.
And now I'm Luocha.
Is this deduction or necromancy? Mr. Yang, I'm scared. I'm terrified.
Quit messing around. I'm thinking. Oh, almost forgot about that title page. He took it with him, so it must have had some significance. Next up, I need to have a look at that map, Mr. Yang. He must have gone through that gate up ahead. No way he would have stayed put in such a small area for 2 hours.
But Miss Jingyan mentioned that gate is a military asset. It's locked all year round.
So he would definitely have to have someone on the inside to unlock it for him.
You think that would stop the likes of Luocha? What kind of Stellaron smuggler would he be if he couldn't get past a door?
You think a lock like this can stop a girl like me?
I'm losing the immersion here, March. I think I'm actually going insane.
Fine, I'll be me. You guys will have to imagine his lines instead.
Such a rudimentary lock. Easy pickings.
Even if Luocha was able to unlock the door, what was his goal?
His villain friends must have been waiting on the other side to buy the Stellaron. He went to meet them.
Oh, that's a little unsettling. Hello, me. Hi. I'll just leave you to your imagination. Goodbye.
Now that I think about it, something's not right. Why would they rendezvous at a military airfield?
Because, well, we're too law-abiding to understand bad bad guy logic.
Hiding in plain sight, perhaps. Hold on. This would have been too quick a route.
And what's wrong with a quick route?
Ahem. What's wrong with the quick route, Mr. Yang?
The fact that he spent 2 whole hours here.
We're trying to uncover what Luocha did during those 2 hours. But even if he repeated this route 20 times, it wouldn't have taken him that long.
Ah, true. He must have had a tougher journey than I imagined. Come on, let's start over.
Back to the beginning.
You look like a tasty morsel. Those who dare to enter here must face a delicious fate.
I don't think those things can talk, but good for you.
Ha! Your eyes are bigger than your stomach, foul villain. Have at you!
Luocha, as played by March, is really something else.
Why is the monster talking now?
Don't ask questions, Welt.
You know, just a little dramatic effect.
What are all these enemies doing on the Luofu?
March, explain yourself.
It's because...
March, you don't have to add in combat scenes while you're figuring out where to take the story. We can wait.
Take your time, March.
Monster layers and black market spaces, I doubt the Luofu has any of that. At least I doubt things of that nature existed before the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
Is it really so far-fetched? We're already assuming that Luocha came here to sell the Stellaron to a bunch of cutthroats. May as well throw in some monsters here and there.
Yeah, is this a detective story or an action movie?
The Angler is both a detective and a fighter. Anyway, it's not like we're gonna be able to conjure up exactly what Luocha ran into. Why not use our own interpretation to bridge the gap?
I suppose that makes some kind of sense.
You're enjoying this.
I try to go with the flow.
I didn't expect this place to be so treacherous. I'll need to be on my guard going forward.
And you didn't even bring your trusty coffin with you for hitting people with.
I wonder, just who is the buyer interested in the Stellaron? The buyer is waiting there. Time to head over.
Plausible. Looking at the map, this place is well hidden.
Finally! Mr. Yang approves Detective March's theory.
Let's see where this leads first.
Stop right there. State your business.
March, why?
No, that's Puar, the Tea Society's gatekeeper.
Isn't pu'ar a type of tea?
That's right! He's a member of the Tea Society, so naturally he chose a type of tea as his alias.
Hey, I'm talking to you. What's your business here?
That voice coming out of Welt's face. Oh man.
Can you tell him to be less aggressive?
Can you tell him to stop talking like that while he's wearing my face?
Oh, sure.
Excuse me, sir. May I ask whether you're here on business, or...
Never mind.
I have a delivery for your boss. I need to give it to him in person. If you could let him know I'm here.
Delivery? Ah, yes, the delivery. The boss is waiting for you. I'm afraid I'll need to see some ID first.
I wonder if Luocha has something prepared for this moment.
No, what? Which note? This one, yes.
That's the code. So you're the one. Wait here a moment. I'll call the boss right away.
Take your time.
Puar takes the page and goes to find the boss. Before long, Luocha sees an imposing figure walking towards him.
Boss, this is the one. He brought the delivery.
The delivery. Oh, man.
I'll be the judge of that.
Pom-Pom! Oh, it's the cutest boss I ever done seen.
I couldn't think of anyone else to be Mr. Yang's boss.
This is our boss, Startaro Bubble. Let's see this delivery and make it snappy.
As in the tea?
So what? This is the Tea Society, remember?
Okay, okay.
Not before I see the money. I'm sure you understand the rules of such a transaction.
Save it. Show us the goods first.
Easy now. The item in question is extremely dangerous. It's understandable that our friend here wants to take extra precautions.
I'm not sure Pom-Pom is the best casting choice for a gang boss.
Pom-Pom's doing their best. Although, maybe Himeko?
It kinda works, right?
Puar, give him the money. Happy now? Ready to hand it over?
Be careful. Dangerous is an understatement with this item. I'll take my leave.
Yes, you will. Permanently. Puar, get rid of him.
We can't risk you talking about this, so we're gonna have to kill you.
Oh, this was all going so swimmingly.
Selling a dangerous item to me makes you my accomplice. And I've got too many of those. To keep our little secret safe, I'm afraid I need to take special measures.
Never get on Pom-Pom's bad side or they're gonna kill you.
When it comes to minor details, March can be very logical. As for the rest of the story... Speaking of which, when did I turn into an Arumaton?
Good question, Welt. I didn't realize that was supposed to be you. I thought it was more like, you know, call in the guards.
That's Puar's little secret. He transforms into an Arumaton in dire situations.
He's kind of like a werewolf, but man to machine.
Okay.
Huh. And there I was, thinking you gangsters still had some decorum.
Darn it! This isn't over!
Okay, angry Pom-Pom.
Fights like these don't go unnoticed in Exalting Sanctum. Cloud Knights could show up at any minute. Better get going.
And so Luocha has to make a break for it. But where to? Let me have a look at the map. Aha! Gotcha!
Halt! Who goes there?
Uh-oh. His only escape is...
Climb aboard, Luocha. Time to get out of here.
So Luocha hopped on a star skiff and fled with the help of his accomplice. And that, ladies and gents, is the truth behind Luocha's disappearance.
March, he never disappeared, because he still came out through that gate again.
So, who was piloting the star skiff?
I'm not sure either. The pilot didn't show themselves, so let's just assume it was her.
At least let the audience see my face.
Too many faces, too small a budget. Maybe next time.
March, as much as I enjoyed your deduction, I do have a few questions.
I'm not surprised, Wells. I also have some questions for you.
For example, if Luocha took flight from the dock, how could he appear in side crane footage 2 hours later?
Exactly.
Also, the dock is a military installation. The Cloud Knights would be on the scene at the slightest disturbance. How did so many monsters show up without warning? Last but not least, even if Luocha did encounter all of the troubles you described, it wouldn't have taken him 2 hours to escape.
Oh, you're right, Mr. Yang. I guess I can't compete with the angler just yet. You know what? Time for some field work. Maybe the answers to our questions are waiting for us at the scene.
That might be the best approach. Let's go.
Excuse me, officer. We're looking for someone. Can you help us?
Oh my god, it's back and forth again.
He's got blonde hair, and judging by the way he's dressed, I'd say he was an outworlder.
An outworlder with blonde hair? Could it be? May I ask why you're looking for him?
He saved our life.
Since when did we start sharing a life?
Backen, we're not rehearsing.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Would this blonde-haired, life-saving outworlder bear any resemblance to our suspect here?
Why did you have to say suspect? You could have just showed them the picture.
Oh, that's him!
Mr. Luocha, he rescued both of us.
Can I ask when this rescue occurred?
It was the day before the Ambrosial Arbor came back to life.
We were planning to thank him properly, but in the aftermath of the Arbor incident, we never had the time.
Are you two... the people in dark clothing? What's with the wardrobe change?
Dark clothing? Ah, I know what you're talking about. What a pair of clowns we are. Dark clothing.
We fell into a ditch.
That explains the smell, because that girl said that you smelled really bad.
Wait, what?
There we were, looking for a spot to practice our new routine. We found a place, eventually. A little dilapidated, but nice and quiet. Shame about the giant ditch.
I lost my footing and slipped right in. My associate here, Fourth, yelled after me, "Don't panic! Fourth's got your back!" 2 seconds later, he landed on my back.
Unfortunately, the ditch was connected to a sewer outlet. We were covered head to toe in... Anyway, I assume that's why you thought we had dark clothing on. A dignified story, I'm sure you'll agree.
Oh, sure. Very, very dignified.
No wonder Yinshu said she had to cover her nose.
Anyway, thankfully Mr. Luocha was passing by and dragged us back to dry land. It took all his strength, I'll wager. A thousand thanks, kind stranger. Without your bravery, we'd never have gotten out of that ditch alive.
No, sir. That if you ever need anything, and it's within our power to help, you can count on us.
Even it's beyond our power to help.
Okay, now you're over-promising.
That's too kind of you. It was nothing, really.
Nonsense! You went out of your way to...
Don't worry about it. You should head back home now. Take care.
No, we can't thank you enough.
Oh, one moment, both of you. That sewage could well contain harmful compounds. I'm something of a doctor. Let me give you a prescription. Make sure to use the medicine and get some good rest. There you go.
I don't know what to say. Sorry to trouble you. We'll take our leave now.
Be careful on the back. Wouldn't want to find ourselves in another ditch now, would we?
Here, that's the prescription he gave us.
A paper flower? It's beautiful. Did Luocha make this?
That's right. He wrote down the prescription and folded it into shape.
A man of romantic sensibilities, one might say. Hmm?
The paper looks familiar. Can I open it?
Of course. We'd already opened it when we showed it to the pharmacy.
It's the title page.
We were planning on handing it over to the Realm Keeping Commission. We suspect it's probably our best chance of tracing him.
We can take it off you. We'll let you know when we find him.
Let me see. Of course!
What is it?
It's the title page of the Angler Mystery! The prescription's on this side, but on the back there's... Huh? So that's what this is all about?
What is it, March? What is it?
Take a look yourself.
Oh! Oh. Chang the Ninth. The immortal spoiler.
The immortal spoiler? Ugh, some people just want to watch the world burn.
I'm starting to think the Luocha we envision doesn't square with a real one. Would a villain do a good deed like this?
Ugh, so he paid for the book and tore off the title page to protect people from the spoiler. He must be a fan of this book too. I knew Angler Mystery fans couldn't be bad. Looks like the whole thing was just a big misunderstanding.
Indeed, and I've learned not to judge a book by its cover. Anyway, that's enough reflection for one day. Let's get going.
Get going to where, Mr. Yang?
Somewhere that isn't here.
Garden of Gourmet. You two deserve a treat.
Yes! He's following through. He said he was gonna treat us to food.
Yay!
I must thank Don Hung for his invitation. This journey upon the Astral Express has been well worth my while. Interstellar warp jumps with merchants are often dull and rarely ever feel like an actual journey.
You know what? That's fair. You have never actually met any of us before, so Don Hung would have to be the one to invite you.
The Astral Express. The Cloud Strider really was an eon of taste.
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm an interstellar merchant. My Xianzhou registered name is Luocha. I met an acquaintance of yours several days ago named Don Hung. He invited me to board the Express should I have time, and so, here I am. Astounding. The retro design of this locomotive, the comfort of its cabins. If only our own spacecraft could be modified in such a way.
Modify it then. He probably doesn't have the right to do that.
Now that would be something. But on a merchant ship, load, security, and sterilization take precedence over creature comforts. What I mean to say is, comfort comes second to business. We generally use the company's mass-produced
transport ships. Such a train can be likened to a solitary candle in the darkness of night. One may peer upon civilizations where strife, hardship, desperation, and sorrow exist seemingly in a separate plane of existence.
Worry not. I'll handle it. Yes, none of this is our concern. The journey has only just begun to...
Huh? Where'd the sound go? Don't do this to me. Hearing half a sentence is like developing half a photo. I'll be up all night thinking about it.
Well, maybe the great Detective March can come up with a new theory. Please speak human. Wow. Hello? What's up? You made some of the right sounds. They are actually words. What if I just leave it? Somebody? Anybody? A certain cute pink-haired girl. The psychic bond between cute girls and cute puppies. Yep, she did indeed say that.
Everything okay?
I need you to talk dog again for me.
Huh? Why is Diting talking to you? I should be the one getting messages from cute little animals.
Well, that's why I brought them here.
Of course I understand. All cute things in the world share a special connection after all. The first time we met Diting was during the Kafka hunt. I could tell there was a mysterious connection between us. Whenever he barked, I understood what he wanted to say. Take the message he sent you. Woof, 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 woof. Meaning, hello dear. I found a strange thing at the port of Cloudford. You may want to come and have a look for yourself.
You wouldn't happen to be related to Diting, would you? That's a lot of words.
Diting can convey a lot of information with only a few sounds.
Apparently.
So what did Diting find at the port? Come on, let's go check it out. Little Diting says he's been dutifully searching for clues all over the Xianzhou. He notified us as soon as he found something strange. So what does he want us to take a look at?
Oh, it's my son!
This is Yanqing, retainer to General Jing Yuan. I'm in active pursuit of a fugitive. The situation is unpredictable and developing rapidly, so I've planted this Jade Tracer to record my whereabouts, in case I lose contact. If anyone finds this tracer, please take it to the seat of Divine Foresight, so the Cloud Knights have the necessary intel to act swiftly.
Ah, so it's a recording device. Diting must have heard its signal and called us over here to investigate.
They sent a child. No, he went off on his own. But I mean, they could have sent a child if they wanted to.
He looks about 8 or 9 years old, and he's already the General's retainer? The Xianzhou really does have some child prodigies, huh? Given everything that's been happening on the Xianzhou recently, I reckon the only fugitive worthy of a retainer's attention would be a Stellaron hunter. I wonder how he's getting along.
Blade tracking entry. Traces run cold at Starskiff Haven. I'll have to ask the Cloud Knights in the area if they saw anything. Captain, could you spare a moment?
Yanqing? Why are you all the way out here on the front lines? Shouldn't you be back at the seat of Divine Foresight?
He was, getting a bit antsy, so he came out here on his own.
The General already has a lot on his plate. As his retainer, it's my duty to share the burden. Nothing new to report, I assume?
Correct. After this Blade escaped from the shackling prison, he disappeared into thin air. I wonder if he's even still on the ship.
Oh, he's still here. Somewhere.
Or perhaps he had no intention of escaping in the first place.
What foul demons found their way across the stars to wreak havoc on the Luofu?
That's why I'm here, to help the General eliminate those demons.
Is that so? I didn't receive any orders from the General.
That's 'cause there were none.
This is a covert operation.
Then shall we dispatch a few knights for this operation of yours?
I appreciate the gesture, but the fewer people who know about a covert operation, the better. Making a big show of it will only scare the snake deeper into the grass. A good hunter must operate alone. Dispatch a few knights. Huh. How incapable does he think I am? I might be young now, but just you wait.
I mean, I'm gonna keep reading it. A jellyfish-like armor? I mean, okay. I feel like this is just gonna go on forever, but I want to know what's happening. Oh no, it's a locked out web novel.
Writing, terrible pacing. Wait, what was I supposed to be doing again? Focus, Yanqing. You can't let novels distract from your duty to the General, especially not ones as crummy as this.
The Skyfaring Commission really made a mess of this. Who knows if we'll ever find all these missing ships. If the Psy Crane hadn't been damaged, we could have extracted some footage. That's no longer an option.
Oh, that's kinda...
The perimeter is well guarded, but there are no traces of the fugitive passing through. It seems he has no intention of leaving the Luofu for the time being. Starskips are blocked from entering or exiting. There's no way the fugitive got through. But if he fled toward the interior of the ship, it'll be hard to track him down over such a vast area. A fugitive would still have to rely on starskiffs to travel between different delves. If we start by investigating the starskip he stole, maybe we can get a lead. Guess it's back to the docks again. What's this? This kind of wound is not the work of a Cloud Knight. The best prey is one that leaves traces.
But Blaze not the sort of person who would leave traces if he didn't want to be found, so... If he's leaving traces, it's for a reason.
Here, Diting. Let's follow the scent. Civilians are still getting attacked? Where are the Cloud Knights?
I don't know, they're dressed pretty fancy. I wouldn't call them a civilian.
Hey, don't panic! I'll get you out of there! Huh? They were on their feet a second ago.
Thank you for your assistance, young man.
Just doing my job. The port has been sealed off. Why are you here alone?
I came with a merchant ship. The shadows of old friends have returned to my thoughts of late. I came to reunite with them and relive old times.
Ominous.
Who would have imagined the Luofu could become such a dangerous place?
You chose a bad time to visit, I'm afraid. There's been an incident. It won't take long for the General to fix it, though. This place isn't safe. We should head to the nearest Cloud Knight garrison. By the way, did you see a man with long hair and black clothes around here? You can't see? Apologies. I thought... My name is Yanqing. I'm registered with the Cloud Knights. And your name is?
Jing Liu.
Nice to meet you. Miss Jing Liu? Allow me to lead the way. We might have to take a bit of a detour, but I promise to get you to the Cloud Knight safely.
Where exactly are we headed, young man?
To the docks. Don't worry, you'll be safe. So, are you from one of the other Xianzhou ships? The Yaoqiang? The Fanghu?
I'm from the Xiangcheng.
The Songcheng? There's a ship called the Songcheng? Why haven't I heard of it? Miss Jing Liu, how long has it been since you last set foot on the Luofu?
Are you always this talkative?
Well, I mean, you're a stranger who's a little suspicious, maybe?
Just making conversation. I wanted you to know I was still here. Let's get going, miss. Careful. Take your time.
Where do we go from here?
Shh, quiet. We We've got trouble to deal with first. Wait here a moment, miss. I'll be right back. Who are you, and what are you doing here?
You've come at the perfect time, little one. We could use your blood to irrigate the celestial traces.
Little one? This little one is about to teach you a big lesson. The sword is like water.
And that doesn't sound like anything
Are made
good.
to be broken.
I don't want to be a part of whatever that is.
A one-time enemy. Blade and flight.
I've no interest in.
Where did these guys come from? Huh, the general was right. There's a threat lurking on the Xianzhou itself.
Oh yeah, I guess you might not know about those Sanctus Bidicus guys yet, huh? Because you kinda ran out and went straight on this little investigation.
You are quite the sword master, young man.
You saw that?
I heard it. A sword whistles through the air and rings out upon contacting the enemy. Whilst invisible to the eye, such signals reveal the quality of one's swordplay. As a musician listens to the notes of a song, so a poet listens to its rhyme. And in the flow of combat, a skilled swordmaster delivers both with their blade. I'll wager the Cloud Knights capable of wielding 6 flying swords at a time. Number few, indeed.
Thanks, miss.
However, your zealousness inhibits your ability to hide your line of attack.
Well, you know, he's still growing, he's still learning.
Huh?
Which causes your sword's song to become somewhat mumbled at the end.
I guess the connection between music and swordplay is real after all. The general told me something similar. He said my swordplay was too proud and angular. He said it lacked the maturity required to win the title of Sword Champion.
Sword Champion. If I recall correctly, that title is bestowed on one who reaches the pinnacle of swordsmanship in the Cloud Knights. But that was a long time ago.
Right! Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the title of Sword Champion has gone unclaimed. But once everything settles down and the combat art ceremony returns, it's a title I'm determined to win.
The Cloud Knights have many martial arts traditions. Who was it that instructed you in swordplay, young man?
I see you're no stranger to the art. I won't keep you in suspense. My master is none other than General Jing Yuan of the Luofu.
General.
I know you haven't visited for a long time, but surely you've heard of General Jing Yuan. He says he has no affinity with the sword, that his skills are getting rusty. Well, if that's true, I never noticed from his training. All right, the coast is clear. Let's keep moving.
Well, again with the strange code names.
The Starskiff voyage log can be accessed through the dock navigator array. Active Starskiff, there! This one goes past the Divination Commission and the Artisanship Commission. Well, my work here is finished. Now to make sure you get to a safe destination.
Given the present circumstances, the Cloud Knight garrison probably isn't a safe destination. Wouldn't you say?
Correct. So we're not going there. I'm taking you to the Shackling prison. Safe, well-guarded, plenty of food, and a place to sleep.
Good, so you did think she was suspicious.
Young man, if you wish to apprehend someone, shouldn't you have a reason?
Suspicious behavior and half-truths. Those alone are reason enough. You think you can fool me just because I'm a child? A sealed-off port with a stranded passenger? Unlikely. Not to mention you walking the whole way here without so much as a stumble. You can see as well as I can. The biggest giveaway was your comment about my swordplay. Correctly guessing the number of swords from the sound alone? You'd have to be more than human. You're not blind at all, are you?
I never claimed to be. You came up with that yourself.
That is true. You simply didn't deny it, but that is a very misleading band you've got there over your eyes, so...
Fear not, young man. I hold no grievance against you, and have never held ill intent towards the Xianzhou. The black veil covering my eyes is merely proof of my resolve to never look back, to never fall again into Mara and destruction. I came here to catch one person. It's quite fortunate that our paths have crossed.
The one you're looking for. Is it Blade?
He goes by Blade nowadays. A fitting name for someone who dedicated his mind and body to the ways of the sword. Take me to him, young man.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know where he is. That's why we're looking.
You are no match for me, and therefore, no match for Blade either. Let me accompany you. There is no need to throw your life away.
That's just gonna upset him. He doesn't like being told that.
We've not even drawn swords yet, and you declare yourself the winner? Let me offer you a word of advice. Don't underestimate me.
I was hoping to avoid a conflict with the Cloud Knights. How about this? Let's have ourselves a little contest. We can use the abominations that have infested the Luofu as target practice, and see whose sword can slay more and slay faster.
And if I win?
Then I will obediently follow you to the Shackling prison and receive whatever judgment awaits me there. Don't worry, I'll keep my end of the bargain. But if I win, you have to share Blade's whereabouts with me. Fair enough?
A Cloud Knight never gambles with official business. But in any case, you won't beat me.
So you're gambling anyway.
I admire your confidence. But what was it you said earlier about declaring a winner before swords were drawn? It would seem we've cleared every abomination from the area. Let's find another location and continue our contest. May the best swordmaster win. This place is brimming with Mara, the perfect environment for honing one's skills. Surely slaying abominations doesn't count as gambling with official business?
Well, I mean, it does when the thing that is up on the line is official information.
How do we tell who's won?
We go from here to the end of the path without leaving a speck of abomination behind us. The first one to the end wins.
Deal.
Lead the way.
What if you're just using this as a chance to escape?
Jing Yuan trained you, all right.
Where did she go?
I mean, she doesn't have to stand by and wait for you to finish.
I didn't even see you overtake me.
Well, you were busy fighting and she didn't have anything to fight, so she went on.
Too slow, young man.
But how is that possible?
She really is speed, though.
What kept you this time? You'll need to work harder. Otherwise, you won't even catch me in a star skiff. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. A long time has passed since I wielded this sword. The heat of combat nearly cast me into the darkness. Come, young man. I'll let you finish up. I'll let you make 3 moves. Draw your sword. Don't you know it's rude to keep an elder waiting?
Blade in flight!
Hesitant, weak. What happened to that confidence of yours?
Strike with heart!
My turn. Once you draw your sword, you must strike down your adversary in one blow without turning back.
You said I could have 3 turns.
Blade in flight! Enough! Strike with heart! Swords descend!
Your final move was the only one that didn't disappoint.
I lost?
Our contest has not yet come to a conclusion. For I have yet to make my final move. And the field has no opponent.
And we probably shouldn't have let her do so much fighting, because she did say that, you know, the Mara and the darkness, and now she's gone and surrounded herself with Mara and combat. It was a bad move on our part.
Unsheathing this sword without merit is to blaspheme the divine will of the Rainbow Arbiter and invite calamity.
You...
Even with your strength, if you were to cross paths with Blade, it would mean death for you.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny that Blade is very strong, but you don't have to talk to him like this.
I can give you a more dignified end than dying at his hands. To die as a swordmaster, having witnessed the perfection of my technique, refined 1,000 times over.
I would rather live, actually.
What say you to that, young man?
Yeah, no thank you. 3 exclamation marks, no thank you.
You have courage.
Yanqing, come on.
I'll take those records you found. Thank you, young man. That move was a token of my appreciation. We were fated to meet this day, and in days to come.
It'd be really nice if you didn't try and kill me the next time we meet.
This mysterious woman also wants to find the whereabouts of Blade. No, no matter what she wants to do with the fugitive, she must not be allowed to get to him first. I have to pick up the pace.
And that's the end? There's nothing else in the operations log?
Writer's block, perhaps.
That Jingliu seems pretty dangerous. The Stellaron crisis sure has attracted a lot of strange people to the Luofu. Shouldn't we hand this over to Qing Yuan as soon as possible?
I mean, yeah, I'd say that would be a good idea. An audiovisual answering technique. This is my answering machine. I'm not here. Call again later. Listen, we found something.
Without a doubt. This jade tracer belongs to Yanqing. I can't thank you enough. You already accessed the recordings?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that, legally speaking, but, we needed to see what it was.
She accidentally pressed a button.
Yeah, it was an accident, General. Definitely not on purpose.
No harm done. She was my mentor and my superior when I was a member of the Cloud Knights. However, she left the Xianzhou a long time ago. If you see her, be sure to keep your distance and notify me immediately.
Sure thing, will do.
He took on the charge of pursuing a major criminal. It is not my place to impede him for fear of his well-being. That is the nature of the Cloud Knights and their duty. I do have confidence in him, though. Forgive me, but I cannot disclose this information.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about the Stellaron hunters.
Thank you again for your help, friends from the Express. The situation remains unpredictable, so take care. I hope to be able to drink and talk freely with you once again, when everything is settled.
Being surrounded by the universe feels amazing. The Luofu feels like a small corner of something much, much bigger. Yeah, all the challenges of everyday life seem to disappear when you gaze out into the universe.
Yeah, I guess you can't look at the real expanse of the universe from the fleets because they have all the fake skies and stuff. Yeah, you should come visit then.
All right, then I'll be here to bother you more often in the future. I bet there are so many opponents out there in the universe just waiting for me to find them.